think I did it. I think I fixed Lily. She's firing again. I've got her doing a bisque test. That electrical sound is the sound of her on. She's already gone up a full degree. So I was a little nervous about this. I did it with the help of my husband, as you saw in the rest of the video. But she's on. I'll keep you posted. All right, guys, we're going to take this panel off one more time. The one that I originally put in here is actually bad. It failed. So we're going to take this apart and we're going to take that piece off of what's in here, because this piece, it's the transmitter, converts the power that's coming in into 12 volt that this can handle, so that this doesn't burn up, because this is the kiln sitter and it controls everything that's happening in there. So that's what we're going to do today. So excited that you've just witnessed the trials and the tribulations that we have gone through this year trying to get Lily working again. So Lily died on me last November, just before the Tanglewood Festival of Lights, as some of you know, and I wasn't able to start working on repairs for her until like April, May of this year. I thought, oh, well, you know, potters say all the time replacing elements is super easy. It's barely an inconvenience. It won't take very long. So I went ahead and hosted a class. Well, it wasn't the elements that went. They were part of the problem. They did go. They were bad. They were old. But so was everything in this control panel. And so since May, we have probably taken her apart and put her back together a dozen or more times. We have replaced every single element. We've replaced every single wire. We've replaced every single relay. We've replaced the fuse, and we've replaced the power cable that goes to her, which is why she's in a different orientation now. Power cable's a little bit shorter than it used to be. I'm excited to say that on Wednesday we had a successful glaze fire for the first time. And I know, mid-video, I was like, I think I figured her out. Yeah, I totally had not yet figured her out. I had probably 10 more test runs with her before I had actually figured her out at that point. Little did I know. And so it was like a test fire, and then it didn't quite get to temperature, and it errored out. And then we took it apart again and replaced new things. And then we test fired, and she really struggled. Why is she struggling? But on Wednesday, when we ran the glaze fire, she gracefully and easily reached our 2100 degree temperature that we had her set at. All of the cone packs that were supposed to fall over fell over, and she completed the cycle in the time that she used to. So having replaced everything, she's a brand new kiln inside of an old kiln body, but she's fully functional. And I'm thrilled about that, because that means fall class schedule is going to be released soon. You'll be able to take some classes and get your pieces back in a timely manner. So you might even be able to make something for the holidays. And I'll have her listed on Kiln Share for my fellow potters out here in the advanced area that might be struggling to complete a project or get things delivered in time, or maybe they themselves are having kiln trouble. I'll be able to list this and rent this space out for you here very soon. But Right now, I'm getting ready to load her with an actual glaze fire for the first time this year, and I'm so excited. So I cannot wait to see what's going to come out of that glaze fire, so stay tuned in the next video for that. And thank you again so much for joining me on this absolutely epic journey this year of getting her working again. We'll see you in the next one.